There are so many things that I love about October and about fall and about this autumn time of year. There's the pumpkins and pumpkin spice and everything pumpkin. There's corn mazes, there's the Harvest Fest celebrations, there's apples and everything related to apples. And then there's Halloween. And I love Halloween. It's always been one of my more favorite holidays. But as I've been growing as a person, but also as a father with 2 kids, I've been really thinking a lot about Halloween and how to strike a balance between helping kids have a lot of fun with the celebrations of the day and before then, after around then, with all the costume parties and the trunk or treats and things like that, but then also the candy. And I wanted to share some of the thoughts that I have been thinking about, and which I attribute a lot, at least in part, to a lot of thoughts that others have shared as well. And I'll link those in the description below. So I think there's an importance of letting kids be kids and letting them be able to express themselves in costumes and have fun and celebrate this holiday season of fall. And so I think there's an importance of letting them do all of that. Yet at the same time, I'm cautious with all of the candy and the processed foods that they're eating around this time of year. Now, I know there's a lot of studies about the effects of sugar on kids, and regardless of your thoughts, I'm going to speak from my experience as a dad, and that when my kids have sugar, they seem to be a little more energetic and a little more bounce off the wall-y and things like that. Now, could it be from the sugar? It very well could be. It also could be from all of the processed chemicals in that candy. It's amazing that how many chemicals and processed things, ultra processed things, there are in the food system, and especially in candy. What's really interesting is that in Europe, a lot of these chemicals and things that we find in the United States, they're banned. They're banned unless they can be proven healthy. And in the United States, it's kind of the opposite approach. They're cleared by the FDA, or so to speak, until proven guilty, so to speak, with a lot of evidence and research and things like that. And even then, because I feel like there is a lot of research, these aren't regulated, likely due to the influence of lobbyists and other things for these food manufacturers. That's an aside soapbox. But so there's all these chemicals, there's food colorings, there's sugar in various forms. And I feel like it's all playing a role in the health of my kids. So I'm concerned. And I want them to have a good Halloween, but at the same time, how do I let them be healthy at the same time? So a lot of people that I've been following, which I'll link below, they've kind of opted for a balance of the sorts, of making sure your kids have really good food to eat, really high nutrition, quality food before going trick-or-treating. But then letting kids go out, go trick-or-treating, go to a trunk-or-treat, whatever that is, and then coming back, letting them play with their candy a little bit, maybe have a little bit, but then put the rest away at the end of the night. And whether it's called the Switch Witch or the Great Pumpkin or whatever it's called in your home, exchanging that candy after they've gone to bed for a toy or a present of some sorts, whatever that is, age appropriate, of their interest. And for me, that feels like the best balance that there is between letting them be kids, but also like making sure they don't eat a ton of candy. this last weekend, our kids went to a trunk or treat in our neighborhood, and they got a lot of candy, and they've been eating it, and it's been really hard to encourage them to listen and do their jobs and everything and go to bed. And I feel like my wife and I feel like it's likely due to the candy that they're eating. So we want to cut that back. So for us, it's a little bit late, I feel like, for taming or starting a new tradition in a way. But next year, it's something I really want to think about as I approach the Halloween season of what are our kids really eating, and how does that affect them and their nervous system, their digestive system, their whole self, and how can I help them have that good experience while staying healthy. And I think that exchanging candy for cash or toys or whatever it may be might be the best option. Letting them go have the experience, but not letting them have the after effects of that experience. Those are my thoughts, mostly from me as a dad, because I've seen it. I've been there, helping kids who are sugar wired, helping them try to go to sleep. It's not easy, but it's possible, and I think that there's a nice way to do it. That is how I hope to celebrate Halloween next year. But this year, we're going to have a nice, quiet, indoor family time. And whatever you do, I hope you have a wonderful Halloween with your family. Whatever that form that takes, however much sugar that takes, you'll know what's best for you and your family. But I hope it's a wonderful day, nonetheless.